And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Okay, with the snowfall that came across Anchorage last night and into early this morning, mostly last evening on toward midnight. Anyway, that was about 4.4 inches, which now boosts our total to 128.2 inches and puts us in fourth place, and only a half inch more to get into about third place there, and only 6.3 more inches, and we'll be in first place or about 6.4 inches actually, and we'll pass the 2011 to 12 season, and it would make this year the snowiest season if that happens. Anyway, blizzard warnings out for the Bristol Bay coastal areas and also the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta. Blizzard warnings out for tonight, and St. Lawrence Island, Seward Peninsula with winter weather advisories here for the eastern Norton Sound area, Unalakleet on up toward Norton Bay, and also for the northwest coast into Kotzebue, maybe Selawik there, as well as the western Arctic coast, Point Ley down to Cape Lisburne and Point Hope, winter weather advisories there. And a wind advisory for a few more hours here for gusty southeast winds for the eastern Alaska Range, mainly through the passes. And from there, looking at satellite imagery, intense low pressure area here, moving northeastward there over the western Bering Sea. That brought 76 mile per hour peak wind gusts earlier today to Shemya, and the stronger winds now shifting northward, so those gusts are coming down anywhere from 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts, ADAC. And this front pushing in toward the southwest coast had pretty strong winds in the Pribilof Islands out of the southeast, and the snow changed to rain as the warmer air rode in on those winds, and moisture spreading in, actually snow going on for the Alaska Peninsula, and 40 to 60 mile an hour winds, as I mentioned, here along the southwest coast currently, and whiteout conditions along with that all the way up to St. Lawrence Island. Fair, variably cloudy over the interior with much lighter winds, and narrow band of some light snow moving across the Fairbanks area. Becomes a little wider as you head north there into the eastern Brooks Range of the Arctic coast, and some areas of precipitation here around Northway and the eastern Alaska Range, and also some rain today over the southern southeast coast, and that associated with a low pressure area here feeding the moisture up into the southern panhandle with basically just cloudy skies to the north, and again drier conditions here in the Gulf of Alaska. Strong northwest winds gusting upwards of about 60 miles an hour, 40 to 60 miles an hour earlier. Kodiak Island coming down now, and also the winds diminishing in the Resurrection Bay area as a ridge of high pressure shifts eastward and allowing this system to come in from the west. On the chart today, here's the tide gradient in advance of that front there, bringing the strong winds and snow and blowing snow and low visibilities of the coast during the mid-afternoon hours today up to St. Lawrence Island, with snow into the Bering Strait, and actually some light snow all the way up to Point Hope and Cape Lisburne. High pressure, light winds, narrow ridge here with some variably clear skies, Kodiak Island right up to the Arctic coast, and a band of snow up here over the northeast interior, and again some light snow moving across the Tanana Valley, and scattered snow showers here Copper River Basin, and just about over now over toward the Talkeetnas, with drying out here for the Seward Peninsula. Dry northern panhandle, this low bringing rain into the southern areas, but wind not much of a factor with that. And southwest winds here behind the front, rain, eastern Aleutians, and a mixture of precipitation will be pushing into the Alaska Peninsula. And showers and strong winds today back over the western Aleutians, but those diminishing now with this low center pulling up to the northwest, and with the front moving eastward here, pulling away from the low center. It's going to weaken, and tonight winds won't be as strong here later tonight after midnight once that thing moves inland, but snow will push across the Kuskokwim Valley and in toward the Kobuk Valley. Snow and blowing snow from the northwest coast, actually western Arctic coast, all the way down into the Yukon Delta, with conditions improving for the Kuskokwim Delta. Look for mixed precipitation moving into Bristol Bay, with rain along the frontal boundary there for the Alaska Peninsula, the eastern Aleutian areas. This low center here actually pulls northeastward to about this position tomorrow near the Pribilof Islands for more rain. Another one develops in that position south of the main low, which really weakens now just off the Russian coast. Front moving now getting directed more northerly and to a lesser extent easterly, but some light snow or snow will push into the central interior. Winds diminishing with snow for the Norton Sound area all the way up to the western central Arctic coast. It'll be cloudy with maybe a few areas of light precipitation here for south central Alaska, maybe in the Susitna Valley. And that's about it east and south of the Alaska Range, as more rain starts to spread up toward Bristol Bay. With a little bit of a break now for the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta, northern Bristol Bay, in between those two systems. And this week trough bringing some continuing some lingering showers over the southern panhandle, with maybe some clearing up to the north. And then for the day on Thursday, this low center tracks eastward there to about just south of the Seward Peninsula, while this low center rotates northward to this position right over St. Lawrence Island. This is the old low, really weakening now, and will eventually just dissipate and drop off to the southeast after this period. But as you can see, this will bring another round of snow into south central Alaska on Thursday. Mixed rain and snow, southern Cook Inlet, Kodiak Island, up along the North Gulf Coast, but look for periods of snow for the Prince William Sound area. Back to the west-northwest, as you can see, this system not as strong as the one coming through today, so winds will be much lighter, but look for quite a widespread area of light snow with this, right to the Seward Peninsula, pushing up toward the Selawik area, and showers following that system in here, or snow showers following the frontal system into Bristol Bay, and snow showers for the Aleutians, or I'm sorry, rain and snow showers for the Aleutians, and some isolated showers over the Panhandle, with maybe some isolated clearing as well with light winds. And for the lows tonight, upper 20s to lower 30s for the southeast coast, anywhere from 10 to 20 for south central Alaska, and 5 Copper River Basin, 5 above to 5 below in the central interior, but 10 to 20 below for the northern valleys out to the Arctic coast, including the North Slope. It'll be milder, but still in the teens, but temperatures will be in an upward trend here for Bristol Bay as well as the southwest coastal areas, right around freezing for Adak and Atka and the Pribilofs. Highs for tomorrow, mid-40s Kodiak Island, 35 to 45 for Bristol Bay, and generally in the 30s here across southern Alaska into the Copper River Basin, 40s for the southeast coast, 20s and lower 30s here in the central interior, teens, Brooks Range, and single numbers for the Arctic coast. Lows Thursday morning, 5 to 10 the Copper River Basin, in the teens in the central interior, east side, western areas in the 20s, and lows in the 30s for the Bristol Bay area, Kodiak Island, and the Aleutians, and right around 0 for the Arctic coast, a little below 0 there around Arctic Village, and in the 30s for the Panhandle. That'll be followed by highs across much of interior Alaska in the 30s and 40s, or I should say the 30s to lower 40s, mid-40s for the Bristol Bay area, Kodiak Island, and in the 40s for the southeast coast.